Module 5, Part 1B. We're going to be looking at some of the resources and get a perspective. You're going to be watching a video during this module portion. In fact, it's probably going to be one of the most provocative videos that you'll see all semester. And I will also be introducing some concepts about racism in a few of these slides. So please read through each of the slides, listen to my commentary, and we're going to get started. All right. Teachers, we have a responsibility to take a look at who's in our classroom and make sure that we are looking at it through the eyes of diversity. If your class is mostly white, start talking about differences in races. You can do that through dolls. You can do that through books that you read. And take a look at who is not present in the class and introducing those concepts in a very open, beautifully compassionate way. Children do notice skin colors. They want to know why they look like they do. And honestly, filling in those answers, not shushing them, not saying everyone's the same, because clearly we're not. And keeping in mind the importance of equity and the fact that we all have different ways that we approach our world through different concepts and constructs, and part of that is our skin color and our eye, the shape of our eyes, and the color of our hair. And know that unfortunately history precedes us with an attitude about a person's worth determined by their skin color. So watch carefully what you say and how you say it and how you respond to the children with the questions that they have. And as you can see in number 6, racism exists. We can't put it under the rug. It's there. We need to look at it. Racism, overt versus covert. Overt is more outward, meaning that we can see it much more clearly. Perhaps you've seen it in some political outbursts throughout history when people have been blatant about making racist comments. Covert is much more hidden. It's disguised and subtle rather than the overt, which is very public and obvious. As I spoke of previously, the fabric of our society is and holds and hides covert racism. They're oftentimes rationalized with an explanation that our society or the people of the culture are more willing to accept. And it can really cause problems at the institutional level as well as a personal level. People's work, the workplace can have covert racism, which is can be very subliminal and even maybe even subconsciously. So I'm not going to say something racist, but my behavior might be one that is such that a person would not likely, I don't know, be able to necessarily see it, and maybe not even put their finger on what it is that made them uncomfortable, but it could be an act of a nonverbal gesture, or just simply ignoring. And that can be a covert reaction to racism. Unfortunately, because it's been such a part of the fabric of our society that we don't typically recognize it or even call people on it. And that way, that because of that, then it permeates into additional racism. We've normalized it. Well, here she is. You're going to meet Jane Elliott. She's brilliant. She's an educator. This video takes us back a number of years, and we're going to learn from her. Please watch the Frontline video in its entirety. Well, you've watched it. You saw Jane Elliott. Next module, you'll get to see a little bit more of Jane Elliott, but you were able to see this wonderful, brilliantly open-minded woman in action. What did you learn? What are some things that really made a profound impact on you? What surprised you? And respond to both the children and the adults. I find this video to be extraordinarily powerful. There's also a book by the same title that gives some insights as to who Jane is and what she's about. But look forward to seeing yet another Jane video in the second part of Module 5.